Yes.
What is going on, people? Welcome to the very first Peter on Pole podcast live. I'm joined by my guy, Generous Dave, family member, cousin.
Yes.
It's all
Sir
complex.
Lewis Black Hamilton, cuz are you mad? Let's go, bro.
100%.
Let's
Welcome,
go.
welcome to the very first podcast. We're literally just going to chop the breeze and talk about what we've learned from Formula One over the past weekend. I want to give a big shout out to Kira, Megan F1, showing love from the jump.
You're done,
So yeah, big up to Kira. But yeah, David, man, it's our first podcast, and talk to me, man. You was giving it large about Lewis Hamilton just a second ago.
Yeah, I told you. You see, guys, actually, let me just put a disclaimer out there, yeah? Like, I'm a huge F1 fan, but when you're getting all to these regulations, diffs and that, chassis and all that, hey, mate, nah, that's not me. I'm not involved. That's too complex for my head, yeah? But this weekend, yeah, I loved it, man. It was just amazing. Red Bull seems they've got their thing together. I don't know what about that second car. Whoever gets in that second car, it's always a madness. Perez, man, didn't even make it to the formation lap. They had to do another one.
Man had to do 2 formation laps, you know.
Nightmare. Was Mazepin. I didn't even get round the first corner, bro. It wasn't the first.
He did 3 turns, 3 corners. He was gone.
3 corners, he was gone, bro. Like, yo, he needs to pattern up. Who else? Vettel.
Let me shout out the massive that have locked in. Big up Radillion GP. You done know. Big up, obviously, Beef. Hey, this one, yeah, is a true hitter. Let me tell you right now, this one is legendary. Big up the one and only. You done know. Man like Will FP1. Hey, listen, this guy, yeah, legend, absolute G. Squeezing it in the break and that. Adrian Perez. Big up yourself, Adrian. And shout out to Family Tree. That's my brother there. Wait.
I know.
Let's see. Jeez. Big up Elliot and Charlotte in the building. And what's it, Mazep?
He needs to go, bro.
Straight in. So no. Obviously, listen, Kira, come on. Like, you know, when you're legendary, you don't have to be told that you're legendary. You know them ones. You just got to. This is one of the leaders of the whole community.
Ready, yeah.
And on me quick, bro. I'm telling you, bro. It's tight. I'm telling you right now. But bro, like for the first weekend that we've had in Formula One, yeah. Question: how big or how like impactful do you think it is for the sport in general, for like new people and things like that? Because obviously you always hear the same jargon. Same man wins all the time. Whether it's Lewis's era, Vettel's era, Schumacher's era, whatever it may be. You know, what do you reckon it will do for the sport as a whole?
Bro, this weekend was when you don't fall asleep, bro. Like you see Lewis all the way 20 seconds, he's gone up out the road. It's just like, come on, bro. This weekend was like I watched the whole way through, bro. Like it was beautiful. Anyone who's come new first weekend, let me try this. I think they would have been thoroughly enjoyed it. If they come last season, it would have been a snooze fest for them, bro.
Last season wasn't too bad though. Obviously, with everything that happened, didn't it? It was a bit. There was no sport, and then it kind of helped.
Obviously,
helped us get over it.
All got corona, but usually when Hamilton's on pole, pulls away. That's the race done in it. This year, I think it's going to be close, and it's going to be beautiful.
Now, fair dues. Let me big up to the racing house. Hey, big up Saki and the crew. Love their content as well. You ain't missed much. I've been getting grilled still. Like the massive are getting onto me. Nothing major, to be fair. Big up Radillion as well. No worries, man. Listen, every single week, every single Wednesday, 6:30. That's what we're trying. Little midweek chat, chill out. And big up Uncle John. I wonder if that's my uncle for real. Anyway, yeah. So shout out to Oscar. He said I haven't watched a race in years, but this Sunday was very gripping. Bro, you know what? Like Oscar was like texting me, and I was thinking, oh, he's even watching the race this year. I guess, like when it's a new start, and it's fresh, you sort of get, you can start again type of thing.
Yeah.
And with Drive to Survive that just happened, there's going to be bare new fans that are going to be jumping in. And then, if you get a race like what we had in Bahrain.
Oh, beautiful, man. Beautiful race, man.
Yeah, man.
I don't even, I remember only safety car at the beginning. Did the safety car come out again? There was a virtual one.
It was virtuals, isn't it? I think
Yeah.
the thing is, yeah, with the first one, because it's Aston Martin, it's a bit like, yo, like the last time we have a non-Mercedes, you have to go back to like early 90s, if that.
Yes.
Do you
The
know
colours
what I'm saying?
are though.
You think? You don't like the colour?
Man.
Or
The
step.
grating, man.
Bro, the Aston Martin gang, yeah. Listen, that Aston Martin green. Anyone that this is the green, bro, people will come for your head top. You have to be very careful.
I'm not feeling it, bro.
What about the car itself? The Aston Martin car, though. Would you take that?
Of course, the car, but the color, bro. No.
No, I'm saying like even the livery on the actual F1 car.
F1 car.
Yeah.
No, I won't. I'm not gonna lie to you. I won't feel it.
Hey, on the chat, comment on the chat, guys. Are you a fan of the Aston Martin livery? You know what I'm saying? Like thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever. Because I'm pretty sure like it is lush, bro. It's one of the best cars on the grid.
I wasn't feeling it. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
I like the subtleness. I think the type of green as well is lit, and then it's got that bit of pink. I know people are not really happy about the pink. To be fair, I'm not a big fan of like the luminous sort of yellow sort of thing. I'm not really a big fan of that. I prefer the pink, to be fair. It looks gangster. I'm not gonna lie.
That's the I didn't get to see much of it because Vettel was at the back, bro. So
you see Vettel, yeah, finished FC, fam.
I told you this last year, bro. Vettel is done.
You did, guys. I held onto Vettel, yeah. I thought, come on, bro. Where's that Red Bull Vettel, yeah? And then even like the early Ferrari Vettel, you thought, yeah, there's a little, you know what I'm saying? But ever since that crash in Hockenheim, bro, his soul was gone. And then Charles Leclerc came in and duppied him as well in his first year. Nah, it was over. It was game over.
And then now he's gone to the wrong team. Aston Martin are complaining about the regs and that. It's all long, mate.
Hella complaining, bro. I see Otmar just not. You know, the question is like, what do you think of Max Verstappen's pace? Oh yeah, but you know, the new regs have cost us about. Bro, stop talking about the regs.
Bro,
we're talking about
the race, bro.
All I'm asking is there pace in the car? Man's talking about the regs. You need to move on. You know what I mean? We're sitting here for time, bro. Big up the one and only. Don't watch that, cuz you watch the replay. You done know. Shout out to AMG Dens. What? Man's got the AMG. Yeah, we see you. Man like Elliot, you done know. See, look, William said that he's a fan. Radillon, let me get that right. Radillon GP said he's a fan of the Aston Martin. You know what I'm saying? Even Uncle John, man. Uncle knows.
I don't know. Oh, good, yeah.
And he said, what's not to like? You get me? What's not to like? What's it? Charlotte wishes there was lighter green under the pink line. See, wow, pink, green, and lime green. That could be sticky. But I get it. When you think of the Aston Martin green, you think of the dark green with a little bit of the lime, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't mind the pink, especially because the pink is like, I don't know, it stands out it's not so harsh in your face. I don't know, maybe I'm just being too.
From last year, the Racing Point thing.
That's what I'm saying. I guess it's that BWT. I think there's a little connect there. I miss the Racing Point color though. Imagine like there's no pink, there's no Renault like black and yellow. Because when I thought of that, I thought, right, we're not gonna have none of them colors on the grid, and there's hella blue on the grid. If you see the F1 app here, when they're looking at the drivers and they got a little color next to their name, yellow shades of blue, bro. 50 shades. Like I was thinking, how are you gonna sort of differentiate the lot? Pink on the halo, that could, you know what I'm saying? That could go down. Oh, listen.
Vettel,
put a fork in him. Put a fork in him.
First of all, let's start off with qualifying. Double yellows, bro. Why are you still speeding, bro?
Bro, you was mad, yeah? Because it was like, we thought our sympathy in it. He's 18. Because of the yellows, innit? The yellows flopped him. Fair enough, took the foot off the gas. The man said he gave it everything he's got. Did you hear his team radio, bro? Man said I gave it everything.
Yeah.
And then you were done for the yellows anyway. So you was full pelt and you're in 18th.
Bro,
not happening.
If Hamilton can get penalized for going for not seeing the pit stop thing,
yeah.
Hey, bro, double yellows, you need to dip, bro.
He needs to bounce. And the thing is, yeah, like the Racing Point, like from last year, it was all mouth. Do you remember? It was all talk about it being fast. And I know testing it was kind of quick, and even practice was all right. And in qualifying, I think it was a few times when it was like proper quick. But how can McLaren beat you last year? Have a hard look at yourself, Aston Martin. I'm worried for them this year, you know. No word of a lie.
But
No word of a lie, I'm worried for them.
Perez is thanking God that he dipped, bro.
Right. You say that, but when it was that formation lap take, you thought, hang on a minute. At least my car was working, you know what I mean? Man said the electricity's gone. No one paid the gas. Paid nothing.
When everyone cars pack up here for no reason at all, bro. Like, bro, what's going on?
Did you see the onboard camera with his screen? I see the screen, yeah. I said, yo, he's on the window XP.
Just come off, like the screen just went packed out, bro. Like, nah, bro.
Man said the window XP, fam. You needed to reboot that and come over to the new thing because it looked bad. I saw that. I thought, oh, this is a madness for him. I was gutted as well. Shout out to Racing House, man. You know what I mean? Big up. Yeah, his soul's done, fam. He's done. Vettel looking like a woman. You know what time it is.
That is harsh.
Shout out to Otmar. He's like 5 years old all weekend.
Oh, yeah.
For real, man was just whinging, bruv. Little child. There is pace, but there's two subpar drivers. Two subpar drivers in the car. What do you reckon?
Stroll's all right, man. I think he's got potential. It's just maybe the car in it.
He's so inconsistent, though.
Yeah.
Like, there's times when you just think, yeah, this guy, okay. Everyone, obviously, it's the usual talk for him is the money, his dad, blah, blah. Fine, fair enough. But, like, there are times when he does look better than people give him credit for. And as soon as I say, Stroll, my man flops the base the next week.
Yeah.
Like, last year, he was too inconsistent. And there was times where he looked really good, and then he went missing in action in the following weeks.
Yeah.
You don't know kind of what to make. Like, but is the car good, though? Because but Dylan's saying there's pace. I don't know.
Them, man. Even McLaren have sprinted past them, man.
Even Ferrari are looking better than them, bro.
Yeah.
Ferrari is looking better than them. That's a peak thing.
Maybe that's the thing, 10th, 11th, man. Now everyone else Ferrari have sort of got their thing together. Who's the team with the Japanese guy, bro? Is that Alpine or AlphaTauri?
No, that's flipping AlphaTauri. So Yuki Tsunoda, I big up the crew here because they knew about Yuki from early. People were telling me about Yuki. I thought I'll pay attention. Guy came in with the fire straight in. I said,
he's looking good.
He's looking good, bro.
This guy, bro.
Listen, Perez has got to get this season right, you know. He's got to get the season right because I think Yuki is watching that seat, fam.
What, the Red Bull one?
Because obviously AlphaTauri was like like baby team or whatever. Now you just wait, fam. If Yuki puts on the fire.
Now you see them rookies, the Red Bulls,
Yeah.
Where did Verstappen start?
He was at Toro Rosso at the time. That's what they were called. And then he just came in.
How many seasons?
I can't remember. He came in halfway because remember Kvyat was having a Western. He was having an absolute mare.
Yeah.
He said, "Bun that, we're switching." And then I think they might have had Brandon Hartley back then. If my memory serves me correctly, maybe Brandon or Science. Someone in the comment might say.
You could see because these man, I think they should at least do 2 seasons before. Don't just one season then. Let's take them to the main team. Like, get some experience, know your way around the tracks, every track, and then make a decision.
You know what? I think maybe they tried to do that, but like Ricciardo flopped their base. Like when Ricciardo left, it kind of threw things in the air. Like we need to act and sort of because remember they had Ricciardo and Vettel at one point, and then Vettel dipped, so it was like Ricciardo being the main guy, and then Verstappen's done a couple years, and then he dips. So it's a bit like it was a bit messy. I think they always had a game plan, but they don't seem to recover from like adversity in a way. Like when something hits the fan, then it's done.
Yeah, like have a stable second guy. You know how you had Webber and Vettel for 4 years.
That's I think what they wanted. I think that's what they wanted, and that's what I think they're doing now.
Yeah. So stick with Perez for a hot minute. Let what's his name? I keep for the Japanese Tsunoda.
Yeah, Yuki Tsunoda. Yeah.
Yeah, Tsunoda. I'm butchering the pronunciation, but let him learn his craft. Let him learn his craft. Then when you decide he's ready, bring him up, man.
Fair dues. Kira saying she loves the pink. Yeah, man, the pink's looking nice. The pink's looking nice on there. And of course, the Dons have spoken. Yep. BWT sponsors West White.
Me. It's not like I hate it. It's just like,
Yeah, man. The Racing Point pink, but it was something different. It was something that was there. But let's not get it twisted, yeah? They've had mistakes when it comes to making that livery. There's a Don called Apex who does YouTube as well, right? And he was going through like these like sort of Force India Racing Points, different liveries. Bruv, some of the Westerns they've had some shocking liveries. And I was like, fam, I was taken aback by it. Because, you know, when you see pink, you think something different, looks good, looks nice. But then when you sort of break it down and you're like, there was mad blue. You know when they have like the big fat wing at the back and then, you know, they had a little fin as well. There's like a massive fin at the back of the car. It was all hella mad. It was ridiculous. Will's not agreeing with me there. He's saying that the green is better than the pink. Fair dues. Fair dues, agreeing, man. I think it's better than they look. The grid is just so tight right now. Yeah, look, it's early days, isn't it? To be fair, it's early days, but for me, like, I don't think Vettel's going to be the guy, man. I don't, like, for me, you know, with Vettel, even when he was at Red Bull and he was dominating, I feel like all the pieces needed to be, like, all the ducks had to align for him to, like, be as dominant as he looked. Because I remember when Alonso was putting pressure on him in Ferrari, like, he was really, like, he was shaking, fam. He was worried. When Alonso put pressure in that trash of a Ferrari, like how that Ferrari in 2012 was god-awful, but yeah, Alonso pushed it to the end. And so, I don't know, for me, I never believed in Vettel, even when he was at Red Bull. That was one of the times when I would say, he's only doing it because of the car. I never thought it.
You could see when it came to, let's say, you had to overtake or defend, he always had a mare.
Western, absolute Western, yeah.
So,
no, it's true.
He's done that.
Will saying the same thing for Alpine, which has got Esteban Ocon and Fernando Alonso, but I'm glad Alonso's back.
That's Renault, isn't it?
They were Renault, yeah. Now they're Alpine.
Bro, what happened to, what's his name? Cyril, bruv.
Cyril dipped, fam. What? He got booted, bruv, literally like months before the season started. I want to say January, around that time.
Why'd he get booted, bruv? The politics, bruv.
I think it was politics. I think it's one of them. He sort of, I guess the people above him were like, you know, what, you mean you're going to come and run Renault and not even, you're going to give me one podium? Like, he got one podium, I think, in like 3 years.
Yeah, Renault need to relax, though.
But Renault, obviously, they're going off the hype with Alonso's titles, isn't it? They're still in them, they're still stuck in them days when the Renault was yellow.
Listen, bro, you need to do what McLaren's done, bro. Just none of this.
Strip it down.
Whitmarsh and all them man there, bro.
Oh, what a mess.
You need to go through all that, yeah, and then you'll get to Zach Brown, and then you start seeing, bro, you can't keep going past glories, ban that, man.
That's the thing. I remember, like, when Perez went to McLaren, yeah, because Perez was on fire when he came to McLaren, and he had the worst year of his life. But yeah, Whitmarsh, them man there, when Ron Dennis came back, just bare toxic masculinity, fam. It was not happening. It was not popping off. They did man dirty. They did Magnussen dirty. They done Van Dorn dirty, man. They had some hard times, man. Honestly, yeah, he might be cursed. You might be right. I don't know, man. I think Perez has got the brains, though, man. He's the mature one to actually take that car for a proper ride.
Not qualifying, bro.
Shout out to Will. He's got to go back to work, man. Fam, man's working at 7. Yo, that is stress.
Man, still.
That is stress. To be fair, Stroll's 22, got a pole, and he's already achieved 2 podiums. He is not world champion material, but he's okay. And I think I have to agree with Denz there on that. I think he's okay.
Yeah.
He's okay. You have to remember his age, though. That's a good point. You've always got to remember that actually he's younger than we think, like we take him credit for. Yeah. So, what did you call him, Sunder?
No, but I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Yeah, man. Elliot knows. Big up Yuki. Does anyone know how long? Boy, it's a good question. I don't know. If anybody knows how long that contract is, I think Elliot there said 3 years with an option to extend. 3 years? That man are on the pipe. What are they giving him 3 years? That's a hype. I don't know. Obviously they've just done it for the whole branding thing, isn't it? To boot off Perez, blood, that takes some.
That's mad. That's mad.
And the thing is, it's not like Aston Martin need to be like, they're a worldwide brand. Like, it's not like, oh yeah, them and a Haas trying to just throw anything they can. I mean, Haas went deep, bro. That man went to the gutter and picked up what they could find. So, with my man there, you were talking about earlier, like, I get it with them. But when it comes to Aston Martin, big Aston, I know they can't stop talking about James Bond. So they've already got the branding on deck. So
no, I'm saying.
Oh man, but yeah, try telling Marco that. Yeah, Helmet Marco fam, that guy, yeah, he will slice any man. It doesn't matter who it is. He's chopped up Gasly. He chopped up even Kvyat. Chopped up what's his name, Gasly and Albon. Shout out to Liam. Talks Motorsport. Big up Liam, man. He's always doing his thing as well. Verstappen was at Toro Rosso for 2 years and then won his debut race for Red Bull when Kvyat got promoted. Yeah, but Verstappen had that mean streak in him, innit?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He was young, fresh. He was on things. You could see the talent is there.
Yeah.
And he's not. You can see he just took off. So,
how real is this title race?
Perez needs to pattern up, bro. I told you when we were messaging each other, bro. If Perez is not there, it's his peak, bro.
You don't think, don't you think he did though? Man was at the back of the grid. He came 5th.
No, but what I'm saying, why was he there, bro? He qualified. When did he qualify? 11th.
Yeah,
why was
Red Bull set him up though, innit? That man set him up. Was he on the mediums?
Everyone else has gone on softs. You're still on mediums, bro. Come on, man.
I think they were just trying to be like bare smart, innit? They're thinking, look, we've got to get Mercedes another way. They've got the car though, it looks like it.
And if Mercedes pit crew, they need to pattern up. Yeah, they need to wake up. If they had messed up Bottas's pit stop, they would have undercut Verstappen, which would have made it harder for Verstappen to even get close to Lewis.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. And I see Aston, Red Bull putting up sub 2 flipping qualifying pit stops. I'm thinking these guys, they're on the white, fam. Something, they're on something. How are they putting in, bro, 1.9? There was one year where it was bare pressure, 1.9, and Max was gone.
Yeah, they're man on job, man.
They are on job. I can't lie. They are on job. Let's see. Elliot, tell them again, bro. Tell them again. The top 2 liveries, man. They're top 2 for sure. And even Liam saying green. I don't know, man. I'm not there. But fair play to you. We were all saying it was the car last year, but his performance this weekend is showing that he might be past it. I guess Vettel he's referring to. Because look, and listen, you couldn't argue that Ferrari was a Fiat. It was not a Ferrari.
Wow.
It was a Fiat.
Them man are full enough. Ferrari as well, man. They're another team. They just need to go back to the drawing board, man. You can't go on history, bro. Mercedes are.
How many times though do you say let's go back to the drawing board with Ferrari?
Wait, they figure it out, bro. They ain't figured it out, bro.
They ain't won a title since like 07, bro.
They're doing the Arsenal thing. They're out there.
I swear Arsenal's a hybrid, man. Nah, I think Vettel is in the bin, fam. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Cyril got dups, 100%. What was it? President of Renault wasn't happy with the progress and he got blamed. Harsh settings, isn't it? At the end of the day, what's it called? At the end of the day, the buck stopped with Cyril. Yeah, he didn't get the results they wanted in the time frame. Someone had to be blamed. I just felt like give him a couple years here, and obviously with the regs changing, it's one of them. What do you mean you're at school? I swear my man's from the UK, bro. What's he talking about? He's at school. You're at school now, fam.
7 o'clock, bro. I don't know what school that is.
That's peak sessions, fam. Let's see somewhere else. You know what's peak? They're making Seb the face of Aston Martin on the adverts, and my guy is crashing into Ocon, blaming him for the incident. Bro! Hey, talk to me, bro. Man tried to blame Ocon. I thought, oh, man, Ocon.
I ain't got nothing to say about Seb, man. I already told you this from last year. The guy's done.
Thing is, I like Ocon, yeah. So when I was hearing that he done this, I thought, oh man, like cover yourself in a bit of glory, at least do something. Then the replay, I see Ocon do nothing. I was like, nah, something's wrong with this guy. Something is wrong with Sebastian Vettel. Oh, absolute mess. I find it funny that he sacks drivers who scored podiums and didn't score a single one. Best thing Marco did was win in I said the Le Mans.
Le Mans, bruv.
This guy's knowledge, yeah, is frightening. It scares me. Yeah, some of his favorite drivers are not even alive,
bro.
Like, it goes into
are steeped in F1. Bruv. Me, when did I start? Let me say 2007, bruv. After Raikkonen won the thing.
Is that your first year?
Yeah, man.
I'm surprised. I thought you'd have been earlier. Like for me, I remember Jack Villeneuve being champion. So he won it, I think, 97, and then it was a Mika thing next year.
Yeah, I jumped in. Yeah.
Because I don't know what it was. I didn't like Schumacher from day one. Oscar was all over Schumacher in Ferrari, and I could not stand him.
I saw him always win. He was always winning the thing. I was like, oh, ban this, bro. Schumacher's always winning.
Yeah. By then, he was already champion. I think he'd already won champion with like Benetton. Yeah. So then I came and I said, yo, David Coulthard's helmet was lit. So I was like, I like this guy. I just see the blue and white. I said, yeah, I'm in. Scottish, whatever. Let's run that. Yeah, and then Hakkinen was the one that was really doing the dirt. And then after that,
no, like, that era, that's when I got into F1. Yeah,
I would have thought so. Yeah, I would have thought you would have. And then what was it? 2000 to 2004, Schumacher cleaned house, fam. He just said, "Nah, bun it. I'm here to collect." He just came and collected championships. And then Alonso come through. Thankfully, Alonso at least stopped the rut that was going on. You know how much I love Albon, but he couldn't have done the drive Checo did. Yeah, you're probably right. Do you know what? I'm very harsh on Albon, yeah. And over time, I've been like,
not good, bro.
Thing is, you know what is? I watched back the Drive to Survive seasons 1 and 2, yeah, before the third one come out.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what, bro? Albon, yeah, like that is a guy who has gone through a lot as a kid. Like he's still young, and the stuff he went through, like with his mum, the fact that his dad's not even around like that. His mum went to Penn. You know them ones, and he's the oldest brother, like he's the oldest sibling in the house. Like it was mad. Like he was at one point he was like on his Formula One journey in terms of like in karting and all that. Then he dropped out of that. He came back. Like he's got some skill, man. I got to rate him. I got to rate. I used to be awful. Like if you go past my videos, I was awful to Albon. But now I'm like, you know what? I need to hold that L. He's all right. He's all right. He's a young guy. He'll be back as well. I think he'll be back in Formula One anyway. He's still hanging about.
He should have gone back to, where did he start? Did he start Toro Rosso as well?
Yeah. But there's no space.
There's no space.
There's no space. When they saw Yuki, bro, they said, don't get involved, bro. You're here. You know them ones. Yeah, they did Bottas 30, as you mentioned before.
Hey, bro, before on that point, yeah.
Which one?
Who needs to go in Mercedes' second seat? Then Bottas needs to get the boot, bro.
Oh, Valtteri Bottas.
Bottas he's a broken man, bro.
Do you know what my thing is with Bottas, yeah? Is that I think you know, like every world champion in Formula One, they got that snide bit about them. They got that Luis Suarez in them.
Yeah.
You know, they've got that little nasty streak in them. Bottas is just a nice guy. He's straight up a nice guy. Like he's actually a cool dude. And I think you can't, not that you can't, that's not fair, but you don't win championships.
Yeah.
Because Lewis has got that in him. Lewis will duppy anybody for the championship, right? Vettel, we saw what Vettel did to, even though Vettel's is more like a heartfelt guy now, and that's probably why he's not even doing so good. That's why he might not even be at his peak, yeah? But Vettel, when he was against Mark Webber, snide. My man was bending rules, multi-21 and all that. He said, "No, bun that. I'm faster than him. I'm gone." Yeah. You know, Senna says if you see a gap and you don't go for it, you're no longer a driver. Like that Schumacher, snide. Hamilton, snide. They're all snide. Raikkonen does not give a damn.
What I mean in terms of Bottas, yeah, he wasn't Rosberg. Rosberg was always there. He's always a 10th out of Hamilton.
But you know what though? But Rosberg, like you see your point there. Rosberg, I think, was also a nice guy, and he had to just go ugly one year. Because there was a year when he kind of turned, and you were a bit like, "Rah, Rosberg got a bit of bite on him." Like he was a good guy.
That year he won. No, but what I'm saying is that he was always challenging. He was a nice guy, but he was always there in terms of.
Yeah, he was closer.
He was always there, and then he said, "You know what? Yeah, I ain't gonna win this thing being bad nice, bro. I need to bite someone's shoulders off, bro."
Man said, "I need to come hard, fam. I'm not." And the thing is, he wins his title and he dips. Says, "Bun that." done.
He's a buddies, bro. This is not happening. Lucy's gonna come after my neck next year. I'm retired. Thank
But I mean,
you.
you do it. You know, because at the end of the day, like, I can't be a bad man 2 years in a row. No way. But then second, Lewis is coming for my neck, as you said.
Yeah.
He's coming for it. So, and that's the thing for me with Bottas. I feel like he keeps saying like, "Nah, I got to be selfish." Right. It's like, even then, it's so tame. Like, I don't like, if he came to rob me, I wouldn't believe him. He could have the shank, he could have the gun, everything. I would not believe him because he's a nice dude. Not nothing against him. He's just a nice dude. I don't know. When you're nice, you see like Karun Chandok and them man there. Them man won't win championships. Them man are nice guys, bro. What's my man? Anthony Davidson, nice guy. David Coulthard, nice guy. Weber, nice guy. I could be here all day telling you the nice guy. Charles is a mean guy. Verstappen, what?
Them man,
Verstappen will slap his dad. Like, them man are not nice guys. Facts.
Yeah.
Like Lando Norris, he has to be careful. Like, look at Ricardo, nice guy, lovely bloke.
Norris is sick, you know.
See, Norris, Norris needs to. I can see it happening, but he needs to create that nasty side of him. And then, because I think he's going to shock the world. I think he's going to be one of them drivers that, because the UK love him. Like, when he came into the scene, he's quick, he's British. What's not to like? Yeah. And he's been nice. He's been pally with science. He's sort of, I think he's keeping his distance a little bit with Danny. I don't know if it's a case of, because if I get too close with Danny, he could just wipe the floor off me. But the way he's driving, like, anyway, Bahrain, let me say Bahrain anyway, he looked like he was on job, on a mission.
Yeah.
You can chat about Danny. He's the favorite, yeah? Cool. I remember that. Because I used to be the favorite. You know them ones. I used to be the favorite. Yeah. Now it's Danny. And my man's putting in times, and I'm thinking, yo, listen, don't sleep on Lando, you know. He might come out and be one nasty bloke, bro.
He's got the pace, man. He needs to just continue. Oh, yeah.
Was Bottas ever quick? Was there a reason why he got the Mercedes job from Williams? Or was it all hype?
Because, I think, wasn't it not because of the Rosberg situation thing?
Yeah, no, I know why Mercedes, like, they had a gap in it. Oh, what, you mean they tried to recreate that?
Yeah, they just wanted a nice guy, bro. After that year with Lewis and Rosberg, they were like, "Nah, we can't have this again, bro." So,
anyway,
don't you remember Alonso and Vettel were linked with that seat? They said, "Nah, ban that, bro. We're not having this again."
Yeah, and if you believe the rumors, the reason why Lewis has only got 1 year is because it's that thing of they don't want Max to get involved, or Lewis doesn't want Max to get involved in that Mercedes seat. Imagine Lewis and Max, bro. That must be hype. But it's a car crash. It's definitely a car crash. There's no way it's going to work. Go Lewis and Alonso, bro. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Liam, bro, you know, fam, it is a Ferrari. Listen, no surprise. You know what I'm saying? I know that Fiat owned Ferrari, but yeah. Also, Aston Martin said that they might struggle in the first few races due to the high rate. But I'll take the rake, fam, and redo it.
We all had the same amount of time to think. So
rerun that again. What I mean is, I'm in school because of my age. What? We'll put it out. Oh, is it? Oh, okay. He's not in lesson. My man's just in school. Like, I go to school in general. Oh. I thought man was knee deep in biology. I thought, fam, that is a peak session. We can't do that now. If you're watching Formula One longer than my lifetime, I'm 13. Yeah, 13, you know, flipping out. Yeah. Wow, I've been watching Formula One for like nearly 20 plus years. That is weird.
That's mad.
That is weird. Tartan was amazing. What's Tartan? Who's Tartan, fam? You don't know?
I don't know, bro. I don't know who you're talking about, bro.
Jim Clark. Look at my guy, bro. I told you. This guy, man's going knee deep, bro.
Man went the archives, bro. He's going deep into the archives, isn't it?
It's a max, fam. I was like, yo, that is a mission. Schumacher was moving like Messi and Ronaldo with the Ballon d'Or each year. 100%. He was too good that I hated him. That is how good he was. He was bloody good, man. I just have to give it up. Albon would have only got 9th, 10th. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Man's mum went to jail for doing 419. Tell them again. 419. Bro,
that's fraud for anybody who doesn't understand what that is. That's fraud.
You know how funny that is? Albon's mum went to jail for fraud, bro. You know how long I was pissing myself laughing? I was like, she's doing birds like this. Okay. Albon has strength, but isn't an amazing driver. Look, I think his mental strength will come into play. Big up Quick Stop F1. I've done a podcast with them last week, so make sure you go check that out. Shout out to them, man. There, yeah. Mentality thing. What with Bottas? I'm guessing might have been talking about Bottas. Yeah, Bottas and Albon. Fair enough. But Bottas is washed. Bottas ain't been quick though, innit? He hasn't really been quick, so it is what it is. Maybe, and that's the thing. Toto Wolff, yeah, snide. He's there thinking, listen, I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to bring in someone nice for Lewis to win them championships, keep giving us the constructors, and we keep it moving. Is Russell ready for that jump? What do you reckon?
Bro, did you see him last season, bro? Yeah, I said, as the pit crew didn't mess him up with his tyres again, bro. He would have won the race, man.
You know what's funny, yeah? Like, I never thought Russell would do what he did in Sakir last year with that Mercedes. Because I thought, you know what, yeah? As much as the car is brilliant, Russell is little man for these experienced drivers. Yeah. So I thought, you know, the experience is going to obviously tell the test over time. But the guy jumped in battering Bottas. I was sitting there like,
did he take pole?
I don't think he took pole, but he went in front. He got in front. The race was his to win.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And it was like
mash up his thing, cause give him Bottas his time.
Man, listen, Mercedes flopped the base. That man got licked, bruv. After Hamilton won that title, they went on the lash for weeks. I'm telling you, they were all drunk. Even when you see when George was laying there on the grass, bruv, just chilling, like flipping. How could this happen to me, bruv? Them man on the radio weren't even sympathetic. They were just like, yeah, it is what it is, fam. You could hear Bono licked, bruv, 100%. Bottas is the definition of nice guys always finish last. That's a shame, innit? That's a shame. Cause I don't feel like you have to be snide to win anything. But
wait, F1 thing, wait.
F1 is ruthless, man. It's absolutely ruthless. Tell that to Phil Hill. Everyone called him a nice guy, and he won the championship in '61. Flipping hell. What, black and white? That's when Tottenham last won the league. Never mind. We'll move on. Rosberg was definitely closer, and a G at the psychological mind games. Yeah, I think. And the thing is, the upper hand he had was that him and Lewis were doing things from like when they were 6. Like they were like on the go-kart and everything. So it's easy to get under. And the thing is, it's easy to get under Lewis's skin. It's easy. It's easy.
If you're close, like if performance-wise, you are a threat. If you're not, hey, you
because remember there's that gap, yeah? Like what, 09 to 2013? He didn't win nothing. He didn't win the championship.
McLaren was trash, bro.
It was, but like bare politics outside, the misses and the flipping whatever politics with his dad. Like he used to get rattled quick and easy. Let's see, Lewis Hamilton can't be rattled the way he could 5 years ago. Exactly. Literally.
True.
Exactly. He used to get rattled, fam. He used to get rattled. I remember Massa was giving him grief. Felipe Massa, you know, giving man grief. Now it's like, okay, he's all right. Rosberg was like Fergie with the mind games. I remember I would love it if we beat him. You have to say.
Wait, did Liam say he's 13? Yeah.
Yeah.
How does he remember that quote, bruv?
I'm telling you, bruv, archive king, fam. Like man's talking about Jim Clark in '61 and them things there, fam. He's archive king. What? This comment is new school for him. If you could go back to the 60s, this is a new one, bro. This is a new one for them. I'm telling you. Max dad almost killed someone. Oh, snap. There you go. Trust me, Liam. Rosberg learned a lot of his ruthlessness from his years as Michael's teammate. There's that as well. Yeah, you forget Michael was with Rosberg in the Mercedes when the Mercedes was howling, was doing niche. Toto manages Bottas. I see it as well. Yeah, that's a bit odd as well, isn't it? Like obviously he manages him like legit personal manager, and then
wait. So how does the contract talks go then?
I don't know, because I swear even Toto and Ocon, I don't know what their link is, but I swear they got a little link somewhere as well. I don't know. I think it's one of them ones there. I say, look, here's my bedroom. I'm going to bring him through. Off you go, type of thing. Big up the Moaning Yorkshireman. This guy is funny, blood. He's got some hilarious content on his channel. Check him out. He's just hit 500 subs. Big up yourself. But yeah, he's a hilarious dude. Loves his Formula One stuff. When you think of it, all the greats, winners, Jordan, Ronaldo, LeBron, exactly. They all have an arrogance you need. And that you need to be the top sportsman. 100%. It's a shame, but it's true.
All right, Peach, we go back to the Grand Prix, bruv. I've seen Radin on GP.
Say again?
Go to the bottom, Radin on GP's comment, bruv. At the bottom,
Alternative titles, guys waffling about you.
Let's go back to the Grand Prix.
No, like I said in it, it's what we've learned from the weekend, but this is sort of like to set us off into like the next weeks to come. How can we be waiting for 3 weeks, blood, for a race now? So you saw
F1's rigged, blood. How are you going to give Mercedes 3 weeks to fix their problems, blood? Bro,
is that what it is? Yeah,
yeah, bro.
Yeah. Oh my days! Oh my days!
There's no Australian Grand Prix this year, is there?
They moved it to November, but that looks sus. I don't know if that will still run. What's Australia like in November? If anybody knows, comment below. Big up your moaning Yorkshireman again. Only just come. That's fine, bro. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. If it's already been mentioned, but all I want to say is Yuki is king. Yeah, man. We talked on Yuki. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's coming, man. He's coming. I'm telling you now. What's it called? Hope you're enjoying F1 Challenge 99 to 2002. I said RIP Claude. You see that, bro? On a random one.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Madness. 2011 is Hamilton's only bad season, to be honest. What, when Jensen won in Canada and all that? Yeah. Even what's funny, I think even like Jensen rattled Lewis as well because he come through as champion, didn't he? With Braun, he jumped over. Say again?
Yeah, with Braun in it.
Yeah. On his day, Massa was insane.
Yeah, Ferrari flopped Massa, bro, big time.
Is it? Yeah, because I didn't believe in Massa, to be fair. If I'm honest,
Massa was good, man, but then they brought out team orders, bruv, for Alonso, bruv.
Yeah, fair enough. Massa beat Kimi. He was quick. I think he was a bit accident prone. Yeah, I think so. Basically, Toto and the drivers. So this is how the partnership happens. So Toto and the drivers have to get their contracts signed off by my man's name. And then what's it called? Board, the parent company which owns Mercedes, right? Okay, that's interesting.
That's interesting. Still,
the racing house, and shout out to the Yorkshireman again. You don't know, but yeah, fam, you got anything else you want to jump onto?
What do you want to talk about?
I put in there like how much of an impact will Sergio have on Red Bull's season?
Yeah, he needs to,
or in the championship even. Like, is this it?
For the title race to be close, he needs to be up there to help happen, because you can't have Mercedes it's 2 against 1 every time. So
2 against 1.
Yeah, it's always like Bottas and thing against thing. Verstappen. So you need to be it needs to be close.
Yeah,
to give Mercedes headache as well. You have to think about we've got Perez behind.
Yeah.
Midfield's gonna be interesting. We'll see. McLaren, I think, got the upper hand. I think.
Yeah, man. McLaren against Ferrari, man. What are you saying?
Ferrari, Aston Martin. Bye. Racing Point. Sorry.
Racing Point. You're saying no. That's it. They're done.
That's it, bro. They're done. Well, then, let's wait for the next race. Let's see what happens at Imola. We see what happens, bro. It's just race number 1. So let me not dash him in the bin already.
What? Dash who? What? Perez?
No, Aston Martin.
Oh, Aston Martin. Sorry, Aston Martin.
Perez, yeah, let's talk about the top 2. Ferrari, Mercedes, Red Bull. Yeah, Perez needs to be up there. He needs to sort out qualifying.
He's never been that strong in qualifying, to be fair. He's not been that great. Even in that Racing Point, you never really got an impressive qualifying from him. Not too tough, anyway. And if it was once in a blue.
He needs to sort that out then.
Yeah. Well, what he's very good at is looking after tyres. He looks after them tyres nice. Like, he'll get to the end. Whereas, there's a part of me as well that makes me think that's why Lewis won, because he was much better on his tyres than Verstappen. And that's that sort of that immaturity of Verstappen kind of came into play, because he was ready to just pelt, man. I was surprised how long it took him to catch Hamilton as well. Like, that surprised me a little bit. So,
but the thing is, what I'm saying about Perez,
yeah,
Because if he's not there, the Mercedes can always do undercut, overcut. Like they got a strategy to force Verstappen or Red Bull into okay, what's these man's strategy? Because remember, we're messaging each other during the race.
Yeah.
I'm saying, you were saying, don't worry, thing will catch him at the end. I'm telling you, I said after the second stop, because how Mercedes run out mediums, I never know in it. I told you, Lewis Hamilton is going to go to the end on these tires.
You did say that. You said that from the day.
Yeah.
You said that from the day that
nobody liked the softs, bruv. I don't know. The softs were not the one this week.
They were like, there was no grip in it. I guess they were just struggling for grip. It was getting murked straight away. Big up Uzair on F1. Don't know. Aston Martin and Alpine should focus on 2022 already, you know. Them men are moving like Haas. Like Haas literally turned up and said, we're not improving niche and we will come next year. That is a mad.
Who's the principal again for Haas? I forgot his name.
Gunther Steiner. That clown. He's a frigging clown, bro. He's a frigging clown.
Why did Mick have to go to Haas, man?
Why did he have to go there? Well, bro, Alfa Romeo, blood. What were they on? Because they kept both their guys. He was literally their test driver. Because he's under the whole Ferrari. Huh?
Is that Raikkonen? Who's the other dude? Giovanni.
Giovinazzi. Yeah. I'm not surprised you can't pronounce him, but there's no footage of that guy at all in races.
Bro, he stinks, blood. Why did he never? What? Is he another one of them sponsors, bro? He brings sponsors.
Nah, so like he was part of like Ferrari's academy, innit? So like it was one of those, like he was meant to be destined for that, and then up comes Charles Leclerc and friggin' now Schumacher. His Ferrari career is over. Over.
Well, anyway, he should have gone. He should have gone in the what? What's their name? I've got Alpha what?
Well, Alpha Tauri.
Yeah. Is it? No, who's Ferrari's team?
So Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, Alfa Romeo. Why didn't he go there, bro?
Who?
Schumacher, man, Mick.
Like I said, because Alfa Romeo didn't change their drivers. Like he was literally their test driver last season, done a few tests, and it was all getting wobbly and that. They were thinking, Gio thought he's going to lose his seat. And then they kept both.
Absolute more. Man's gone to Haas stink, man.
The thing is, it was such a good start. Like when they came, it was like, yo, here they are. They're in the midfield, nice. Like they were gutted for like if they didn't finish fourth. Like they were gutted. Now they're coaching. They're at left back. They are chilled. Aston Martin and their BTEC car and BTEC driver. Long for them, man. Yeah, you reckon? It's a BTEC thing.
Boy.
It's a bit peak, isn't it? It's a bit peak. I'm not going to lie. Hulkenberg out-qualified Perez overall, but Perez was better at taking opportunities. Yeah, Perez is the guy for the race, but for the qualies, you know,
he needs to improve qualifying, boy.
He does. Lewis paced himself nicely and made Max use up his lifetimes. Yeah, see, that's what I thought, man. Because like you always said from Dave, Lewis will get there, whereas I thought a normal driver wouldn't have got to the end. But then also, like I said, it surprised me how long it took Max to get to Lewis. That surprised me still. Liam's got some battles here. He says Merkin, Red Bull, then it says Ferrari and McLaren. Aston Martin is Aston Martin, Alpine, and then Alpha Tauri. Then it's Alpha Williams Haas. Yeah, listen, if a Williams finishes behind Haas, they're going in my bottom three early. I already warned them. I said, listen, any guy, I see Latifi, you see the little time things that when they go up and down, they don't tell you what's going on.
Yeah,
I see too many times, Mick and Latifi swapping. And I said, what's going on down there? Someone needs to get some coverage on that. And then they got no coverage. But then he what's it called? He retired because I think he had a turbo issue. So I let him off. But if I see a Williams behind the Haas.
Where did Russell finish it? Where did he finish again, Russell?
Russell, I can't remember. I had to check my phone.
13th or something, if I remember correctly.
Well, was he that high? 13th?
Yeah.
To be fair, there's only 16 cars, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Only 16 cars finished. Okay, I guess 13th ain't that. Ain't too bad. I would have had a lot more noise. I would have thought of if he'd finished higher. I got 14th on here.
Oh, is it 14th? Okay, I was one off.
Yeah.
He was at the back, so.
What did you make of the whole track? Flipping out.
Yeah, that's a joke. Michael Massey needs to pattern up, bro.
At the same time, though, Red Bull flopped their own base. At the end of the day, the man tried to snitch, but then it wasn't even snitching. They were telling Max, go do what Lewis is doing, and then they got hotted up for it. They got hotted up. Remember the radio
off the track, though.
Yeah, but remember on the radio, they were like, what's it called? Yeah, he overtook off the track, obviously. But I guess, even if they didn't even be on the radio,
yeah,
they still would have just cancelled that anyway because it was an overtake anyway. But the fact that they hotted up Mercedes for Lewis for doing what he was doing, I think it just woke everybody up. And then it was like, all right, cool, we need to clamp on this now.
So why do they clamp on it? Why don't they put something? I forgot they did this at another track. There was, I think, was it France? No, it wasn't France. There was a part of the circuit where everyone just used to go off. And then they put something there. I don't know what track it was. They put something.
That rings a bell. It rings a bell. I remember the commentators were getting onto it. They were like, "Yeah, fam, you should keep the car in the white lines." Yeah. That's what they're there for. Yeah, there's a track that they take the mick out of in that one. I can't remember where it was.
No, do you know? I think it was. Was it not Italy in Monza? Remember the first corner?
Yeah.
First corner before, there never used to be those where you can just go around.
Yeah.
Man, them just used to miss that corner and then just go straight on. So they
the old F1 games, I used to butcher that turn hard. I used to run straight through, and I'll get the black.
So now at that corner, they put them little bollard thing. Now you have to.
The one that Vettel just met with last year with the. Oh dear. Yeah. No, go on.
Go on. Yeah, put something there to stop people going off and put a sandpit. I don't care, bro.
Do something, yeah. Do you think Mazepin will actually compete this season, or will his off-track antics go too far and Haas and the FIA have no choice but to step in? No, he's bringing in peas.
He's bringing in money, mate.
The big dollar.
Yeah.
There's no way they're going to get rid of him. I mean, he has to do something. Obviously, what he's done is ridiculous and disgusting. But for that reason alone, he can do what he likes. Haas are definitely not stepping in. What? They'll be bankrupt.
Right, listen. Was it him? He went for Drive to Survive. He went to his sponsors saying, "Yeah, we need a driver." They told him we need a German driver, bro.
So that was for the Schumacher one. That's the 1+1
thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, the man needs money. If they're broke, hey.
What, man? That
guy is not putting in any more money, bro. What's his name? Is it Haas?
What, Gene Haas?
Yeah, he's not putting in any more money, bro. He's like,
Gene's been on a roller coaster in Formula One his whole life, bro. It's been nothing but hell. Whereas, do you remember the Rich Energy and them man there? Will Story, but it was an absolute mess. Absolute mess. I don't think anybody is stepping in.
Yeah.
Unless he does murder. That is the only thing I can think of. Unless he does murder, I don't think they will. The money's too good.
Yeah.
Good to stand now. Do you think Red Bull will destroy Yuki's career?
Give him time.
I don't think it will. I think by the time he gets into that car, I think they would have patterned up. And maybe Verstappen might not even be there by that time, depending on his contract and what he's doing. Yeah. Fam, I don't know who you're talking about there. Not a clue. There's a Giovanni, Let's see, sponsors thing in it. Because Alfa Romeo want Kimi to help develop the car, and Gio is Italian, so the driver matches the team. There you go.
This is Mick Schumacher's son, bro. Come on, cuz. Man won you how many titles, cuz?
Gio is bang average. He's anonymous. Nice guy, though. So he's a nice guy. He is a nice guy.
He's not good, man. If you're not a good driver, you're not good, man. This is Formula One. This is the best drivers in the world, bro. 20 of them.
Yeah, true.
None of this nice thing business, bruv.
I loved ID. Don't know. I'm guessing this is like next formulas. I don't know who that is. But I think Mick should have taken Gio's seat. Yeah, I think everyone would agree with you there.
Yeah.
You are so confusing. why are we confusing? Mazzy spin. Just put gravel. Yeah, you're right. That's what you were saying earlier about the track limits. 100%. They dry snitched on themselves. I'm telling you. Let's see. Tarmac runoff areas creates the track limits problem. Yeah, just put gravel and it's solved. 100%. I said Christian Horner moving like Randall from recess. And he flopped his own base as well, man. Like, track limits seems to be the talk of the town at the minute. Wasn't difficult to work out. The FIA never instructed Mercedes that what Hamilton was doing was wrong. Mercedes just relayed Hamilton to avoid doing it as Red Bull were moaning, basically. There you go. You man are doing this guy dirty. He's going to get it all year. He's getting it all year. What Hamilton did throughout the race was fine. Max could have done the same, but misunderstood the rules of the race. But you can never overtake off track. Yeah, facts.
The problem I have with that is that if there's track limits during practice and qualifying, it should be the same for the race.
Yeah, why it's different, God knows.
Why it's different, I don't know.
God knows why it's different. I guess they're going to claim it to be a safety thing. I don't know. I'm not idea.
Can't keep doing that though.
Like because you're racing against each other, it's slightly
different.
You're
racing against each other. Like, come on, you can't have the same one rule. That's why Perez ended up on out because his first lap got deleted on Q1.
Yeah,
because of track limits. So obviously, then Red Bull made a mistake not going onto softs.
Bottas had bare times as well cancelled as well because of the.
You should be punished for that.
Fact. Mazepin will finish the season because Daddy Mazepin has big monies. 100%.
Daddy, is that Putin, yeah?
Nah, man. His dad owns... You're trying to get yourself cancelled. His dad is the guy that owns the, ukulele, whatever that sponsor name is. So the basically that Russian flag that's just tattooed everywhere.
Yeah.
His dad runs the company or something.
And I know he's boys with Putin, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, that man, tight, brother. Tight. I agree. Red Bull can be very salty at times. Yes, sir. He is the worst F1 driver of all time. Madness. I gotta check this dude out. Yeah, I think it's mainly, hurt fans to ruin a good race. If Red Bull thought what Mercedes was doing was wrong, they should have kept the lead and argued afterwards. I guess they hotted each other up, and once you've done that now, and if Max didn't do anything, he would have got in more trouble. All right, Peter, you need to check the guy. Okay, fine, I'll check him out. He was a mess of a driver. What was he a mess? Let me think. Who was the worst driver that you can remember? Because Maldonado comes to mind, but he won a race. So there's only so much I can give him.
I'm not gonna lie, he's a nice guy, and I know he survived last horrific crash. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Roman. Listen, let's keep it a buck. Roman, yeah.
Roman, bro.
Yo,
and the thing is, he started off well, but I don't know what happened.
Honestly, yeah. Let's take we take away Bahrain last year, fam. That guy's career. I don't know. Even in like Drive to Survive, when you watch the episodes in like season 1 and 2, it's a mess. It's a friggin' mess. It's a friggin' mess, man. Like, it's just...
Maldonado was a hothead, though.
Maldonado was nuts, blood. The thing is, if you take away, like, his race win, for me, he would have gone in there until I see this other dude. Like, he was top tier. For me, he was there. But, Heikki Kovalainen, I just remember him being in a McLaren and I was annoyed.
He was just trash.
He had pace. But, again... level head, bro. You need a level head for these things, man. It's a big job, bro.
Speed does madness to people's head, bro.
Mm-hmm.
If you ain't calm, all that G-force just scatters.
But to be fair, look, my man's saying that they took away his F1 super license. That is peak, you know.
That's peak, bro.
If your license gets taken, you was god awful. I gotta check this Don out. Better man, the thing is, like, I would have remembered him, but
I ain't got
you see those years like 05, 06, they're hazy, bro. Then Hamilton brought it back up in 07. Those years were hazy, fam. That's once more than Mazepin. Fair enough, yeah, not fair enough. But Mazepin could be there though. We could find out this year. He could enter that Hall of Fame.
Listen, when you bring in them sponsors and they're not good, mate, I'm sorry. No sympathy for you, mate.
Yeah, people say Mazepin, Maldonado. Maldonado's better than Mazepin. At least he won it on, yeah, he did win it. Worst driver is Al Peace.
Who is that?
My man is on the Betamax, fam. He's digging out the archives.
Hey, Liam, bruv, you're schooling, man, bruv. I don't know.
Man said he made F1 so exciting between 11 and 15. He had that long of a career. Jeez. I know. Like, Maldonado, that's crazy, That was a crazy time in Formula One. I'm not going to lie. That was an absolute crazy time. Yeah. Let's see. Bahrain qualifying 2006. Hot lap PR. Get it watched. The lack of talent is visible by the first corner. How was he get? So what was it? Was he like a paid driver then? Was he someone that brought in hella P's?
It has to be, bro.
Why is it? Why are we even here? Like, why are we even on this? Maldonado had world. That's it.
He was quick. I remember him being quick, but then
I just remember him being quick.
He had the man in a race, bro.
He had a Western. There was what race was I thinking of?
I know there's one.
When he literally ditched it straight into another driver. I can't remember who the other driver was. I need to bring that back up.
Not Alonso. No, it's not Alonso, was it? Where he sent.
No.
Who was that come flying over his head?
That weren't him. That weren't was that? Oh yeah, actually, Maldonado was one of them. Yeah. Because there was also another one in Spa. I'm thinking of the Spa one. When you think of the flying over the head, I'm thinking of Spa. But there's another one where he was on crud. All Maldonado's memes are coming back. They were top quality, those memes. You should watch a video called Maldonado, the movie. Honestly, the best F1 related video content. All right, I have to check that out. Man, like boss like Endo, Let's come over from the football to the Formula. You done know, big yourself, G. Yeah, Honda brought ID back in the day. That Super, bro. Remember the Super Agari, bro? You want to talk about cars? Some of the worst cars we've seen, bro. The Super Agari was trailer park trash. That one, Virgin. I remember Virgin. Was it HRT or whatever it was? Them man, awful.
Oh yeah. Oh,
those were some dark days. Those were some dark days in Formula One. The Caterham.
Wait, was it that when there was 22?
Yeah, I think there might have been. Yeah,
it might have been 22.
Yeah, like when this is like I think back when Jordan was still around as well, and then you had the Super Agari, you had it was the Virgin or HRT, one of them things. It was one of them names.
I remember. Do you know why I remember that? Because I remember I was playing a Formula One game, bro, and career mode, you had to start off at the back, bro. We had Virgin, Williams, or I don't know who was the other one. HRT.
Bro, that was a struggle. That and the Catering, those days were dark days. The Marusha. There's been some dark days, fam. Do you remember the Arrows, blood? Back in the day, there was the Arrows. I think that's what the one that Verstappen used to drive. The dad. I think he drove one of those. You had the Minardi. Flipping hell. There was some shockers back in the day. Jensen Button and Barrichello. Super Agari wanted all the Japanese driver lineups. Sato, remember Sato, blood? Oh my days. Japanese driver at the time capable of F1, and ID happened to be mates with the guy who set up Super Agari. Interesting. I remember people like Kobayashi and them crew, man, back in the day. Flip me.
Kobayashi. Yeah, now the names I would know. That just get lapped after lap 10, bro. It's like, nah, bro.
Yeah. That's it was curtains. Yeah, that Williams back in the day, that Williams was hazy as well. That 2012 Williams, it didn't even look familiar. Like it was the darker color, wasn't it? Like the darker blue or whatever, navy and white. It was interesting. Now, Barn Formula One, I'm just here to support him and them. Fair play, man. Fair play. He lasted 4 races. This Don lasted 4 races. Okay, that's why I probably don't remember him. 2006 Super Aguri was updated. Was an updated 2002 Arrows. That man are doing it dirty. They couldn't afford to build a new car. There you go. That sounds like Haas. In my opinion, I think the Bahrain should be the opening race. What do you reckon? Is Australia not all that? In your opinion, is it not all that?
In terms of, do you know what? Yeah, in terms of like overtaking action, yeah, I would say so.
What, Bahrain or thingy?
Yeah, over Australia.
Yeah, because Australia, what, street circuit, narrower.
It's a bit narrow.
You can't tell anything as well from that race.
You can't what?
You can't really tell much from that race either.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you finish the Australian Grand Prix, you sort of are left with like, you don't really know what's going on.
Yeah, it doesn't really kick off until you get to Bahrain. It's one of them, yeah.
Innit? So, yeah, man. What's it called? We should wrap up soon anyway, man. We've been going for over an hour. I didn't even realize.
Oh, yeah, bro.
I'm baffled. They even clock.
Just been all over the gaff.
Yeah, I know. What's it called? Yeah. I think, you know what? The Bahrain Grand... I don't know, man. I feel like Australia, just for the sake of tradition, like for me, it's like, I need Australia first. And I need Brazil last, by the way. They can get rid of frigging Abu Dhabi, bro. Bounce.
You know that, yeah. It's one of them ones. It's because obviously the last few years, the title's already been decided for time. So it's like, you use that nostalgia. What's the point?
Just a show. Just a little show.
Yeah. All Abu Dhabi is the fireworks, the ending of the season.
I'm sure it's a great race to go to, like as a fan, and like say hospitality and that VIP. I bet it's lit.
Yeah.
Fam, I could do with, like you say, in it. Normally go down to the end.
Actually, do you know what they should switch? I think instead of Australia, I'm thinking another one, Singapore, bruv.
What? In Singapore? Bro, that's even worse.
What do you mean?
Singapore's worse than Australia to me.
Is it?
It's narrow and tight in that.
Yeah, true say. Now, do you know what it is? Yeah? Because of that race, there's so much carnage.
That race is carnage. But like for street circuit, like my favorite probably, and I'm saying it's not even my favorite. Let me not even go that far. But Baku is the only one where I'm like, I can get excited about it. Like street circuits are not the one. They're actually not the one. Monaco, okay, yeah, you're there for the banter.
Oh wait, no, Canada's a racing track.
Canada's lit. Canada's absolutely lit. But you know, do you remember when the European Grand Prix was in friggin' Valencia? And it was like, bruv, it was shocking circuit. Nice time. Go by the beach.
Spain should always be Barcelona, but I believe it, man.
But then even Barcelona's whack as well. Not gonna lie. No overtaking in Barcelona.
How many tracks? So we just been all these tracks, bro.
You need the mix, but I'm just saying, like, the more like Silverstone's Nang, it's a wicked track. I used to just think people loved it because it was British, but at the same time, it's actually a good track. It's very good. I love.
Is it the issue? Is it overtaking where it's? I think the problem we have is like there's less overtaking. Well, let me not say less. I think they've put DRS more, trying to make cars follow.
Yeah.
Remember last year they had issues. We can't follow. We can't stay behind, so they pull back.
The thing is, certain races, like when you think about Barcelona, if you start on pole, you've won the race. That's it. It's done. Don't even bother watching. Of course, you watch, but it's one of those, like the street circuits especially.
Hopefully this year is different, man. Let's wait and see, innit?
Let's wait and see, bro. I'm looking forward to it, man. Yeah, Jordan left just before Guri came in. Virgin, HRT, and Lotus. Yeah, that was a dark year, man. Let me tell you, that was tough. And I thought the Arrows days were tough with the Prost and that. Do you remember the Prost?
You only had 6 cars, bro. Man. Oh, why are you racing, bro? Like,
oh my days. Man, Sato absolutely destroyed by Button. Yeah, Button was all right, man. He was all right. Kobayashi was on crud. Kobayashi, man. Peter, you're so much more calmer on here than you are on the football. Fam, football, yeah? Don't get me started. It's amazing that with all the car culture and car history Japan has, they flop big time in F1. But look at the power of the Honda powered engine.
It is, yeah. F1, you have to put time in. Like Mercedes didn't get it right at the beginning.
Right. Yeah.
But then again, they were working on the new regulations. when they first came.
They were back in the day. Like, they were there back in the day, and then they left, and then they've come back. And then, like you say, when it came with like Rosberg and Schumacher, it took time.
Yeah, they took time. They were working on the new regulation thing. So they said, you know what? Let's just keep this steady, get the top, keep middle of the pack thing. When these new regs come, we're coming. They got Hamilton, come.
Shit. It's like Red Bull, innit? Remember when Red Bull came in with like Coulthard and them? Them men looked like jokers.
Yeah. And then
like,
after they came,
and then
what engine were they with? Renault. Yeah, with Renault and all that. And then they had the diffuser thing. It's all about timing, innit? If you come in at the right time and you invest, you can do a thing, innit?
Ain't it typical of Formula One where we get excited, like there's a season that's finally kicking off and it's gonna be hot, and then they change it all over again? Like, how many times do you feel that happens? Like our last title race, what do you want to say? 2020. I got obviously Rosberg won.
Hamilton, yeah.
So yeah, you had Rosberg, Hamilton, and I think the one before that you would say is Alonso, Vettel.
Yeah, I don't know what year.
I want to say 2012.
Was it his second one?
Yeah, his third. Because it was because Vettel done 2010, 2011, 2012 was the hot one. Then 2013 was the final year that he won it, and then the regs changed. I think 13 or 14 they changed, and then the hybrid era kicked off.
Yeah,
and Mercedes murked. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it was like when they had Toyota and like Honda and them, man, there, like they could have done something. Yeah. The Japanese, man.
F1's all about investment, bro. Are you going to back this thing, cuz?
That's true. No, that's true.
Remember what's his name? Who was the previous owner for Force India? What's his name, bro?
Malia. Vijay Malia? Vijay Malia?
Yeah, he was a mad, bro. That's the type of owner you don't want.
Blood.
He was done for corruption. Was it in India?
Yeah, that man there wanted him, boy. India had a target on his back, boy.
That man went into administration and that, bro. Nah, that's the type of owner you don't want. Mash up your whole thing.
Even like, do you remember the cater room had that guy from QPR? Tony Fernandez.
Oh,
Western. Absolute Western. Do you know who made me laugh, who I do miss, though, was, what's his name? The one that was banned from Formula One. What was my man's name, man? Alonso's guy, when he won championships at Renault. Briatore, Flavio.
What did he do?
What? My man was Scam FC, fam.
Is that the one with the glasses?
Yeah.
One.
Yeah. No, not bold. Like, he had hair in that. Do you remember when Alonso done a random crash in Singapore, like in 08 or 09? Man just spun out, like, yeah, just on an accident thing. Not Alonso, the other Don.
I know the name, bro. I just don't.
Flavio Briatore, yeah, bro. Trust me, I swear that's his name. That Don, yeah, he was the guy. Bro.
Yeah.
He came to kill Schumacher, bro, yeah, with Alonso, and then he did a madness in like 08 or 09. He was banned for life, blood. I think they squashed it now, but my man was Nelson Piquet. That's the one. Yeah, Piquet was the teammate of Alonso. Done a random spin, just a random one. The Singapore scam. But that thing was hot, blood. I was like laughing. Pat Simmons, yeah, man. And then everyone started snitching each other. It was all mad. It got ugly fast, bro. It got ugly fast. What's it called? Those three teams were supposed to come into F1 under the budget cap, but it never went through. Okay, so them whack teams.
Yeah, do you know what it was? Yeah, because I remember I think Ferrari thought that. I think they vetoed the cap thing when then those teams come in.
You know them ones. If Ferrari speak, boy.
Yeah. So
everyone folds. The amount of times Ferrari keeps saying we're going to leave the sport if you don't run this. It's hilarious. Never been a good race at Catalunya since 2012. Yeah, I agree. Totally agree. It's mad that Honda are pulling out just as things were improving. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's annoying.
That's what I'm saying, cuz it takes time, man. You have to stick it out, man.
You have to, man.
The man dead always reputation. We need to, bro. Go get the title, then dip. If you want to dip, then fam.
What are you saying, Vijay Malia? But they got their titles, bruv. Honda have been winning titles for time. They've got their title. Didn't they have the title with
I'm saying no.
Oh, okay.
Just grab one, and then if you want to dip, then dip. Like this year, you could win a thing. Now you said you're leaving, bro. You can't.
I think COVID wrecked Bear Man. I think it just wrecked them. I think they just thought, nah, you know, it's not worth it, man. I don't think even they make, like, you have to break even, bro. You have to break even to just like, and that's a lot of money, man. The amount of money they're putting in, breaking even, is it worth it? Is it really worth it?
See, look, my man's comment at the bottom. You say it on F1. Can't keep dipping, bruv.
With the very bottom one, Honda. They have never won championships because they keep leaving. Yeah, fair dues. No, that's fair enough. That is fair enough, man. All I know is Hamilton's the GOAT. These guys here, yeah. So Flavio was pissed and tried to kill Schumacher's legacy with Alonso. So I was reading it backwards. Flavio used to be Schumacher's manager. Yeah. And then he did. Bro, the man were always moving crud hard. Alonso, also, Honda would have won in 2009, but they left, didn't it? Yeah, just before the season started. Do you remember? And that's how Braun came into the picture. What car did they have then? Was it Mercedes? Was it the engine Mercedes or something?
Yeah, I think so.
I think they were Mercedes.
I think that one was more aerodynamic. If that championship was more, wasn't engine heavy.
Didn't they have that diffuser everyone was on about? And that's what, because their man was shocked at testing. Literally at testing, they blew bare man away, and it was like, well, hang on a minute. And then in Australia, Button gone clear.
Yeah.
And Barrichello and them, man.
So, shout out Button, man. He got his one champ. What was it? One.
Yeah. He got his one title. Boom.
He got his thing, and that was it, bro.
Shout out to the Money Yorkshireman. No problem, brother. You take it easy, man. Speak to you again soon. Honda would have won in 09. Yeah. So it's a madness, bro. Same thing with Toyota back in 09. Telling you, bro, these man, yeah. I think like the Japanese and them man there, smart guys, bro. I think they looked at it long term.
Yeah.
Nah, the peas ain't worth it. We're out.
Let's just stick to making love cars, bro.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Everyone's buying the Accord, bro. You know them ones, and the Yaris. We're good to go, bro. Yes, Braun had the Mercedes engine. Okay, yeah, I thought so. Yeah, okay, I thought so. It was the blown diffuser. You know what I'm saying? All these technicals. And then Mercedes bought Braun, yeah, and that's how Braun was obviously there, isn't it? And then McLaren became a customer team again. All mad, fam. Any last thoughts, bro, before we wrap this up? We've been on for time.
Perez needs to sort out his qualifying. Christian Horner needs to relax.
Yeah.
After qualifying, I could see that, you know, that arrogance you can see. I started talking crud. Lewis did.
You spoke
too soon, bruv. I knew Lewis was gonna think, because this man were talking nonsense. Like Perez was at 11th, bruv, and you're talking all this crud.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, mate. Bottas needs to come on, mate. Get that killer instinct. Let's go.
Yeah.
Who else? Vettel. Say no more. I ain't got anything for him.
Let's just hope this title race is what it seems to be. I think there's 4 people in it, man. I'm not ruling out Bottas yet. I'm not ruling out Perez. I think they've got something to say in this race. I think they're there.
Hey, if Perez is not on second row, bruv, he's not doing jack, man.
He won't be on second row.
That's too much. You're taking life out of the tires, overtaking, man, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Verstappen, they're gone. You're here trying to get past Norris and Ricardo, Sainz and Leclerc. Come on, bro. You're qualifying. You need to qualify second row. Minimum.
I think we'll have a better run next time at Imola. We'll see how that goes. And then from there, boy.
And that's what I've got to say. Mazepin, I don't know, mate.
It's a long season for them. It's a long season for Williams. And then I think, Aston Martin, boy. I think our people finish ahead of them.
Yeah, anyway, they got 3 weeks now to sort out their thing. So whatever issues they're having, use the weeks wisely. Sort out your issues.
Yeah.
Downforce you're lacking. Hey, you better get it quick, man. Somewhere.
No more whinging, bruv. No more whinging.
Bruv.
This guy said he'll see us on Monday. I can't be bothered. But thank you to every single person that's locked in today, man. We appreciate it. This is the inaugural Peter on Pole podcast live. You get me? So we'll be back again this time next week.
Maybe.
Yes, maybe.
There's no race. What are we going to be talking about?
Anything, man. We'll just finish with one question. We'll just long it out. We'll see how the comments do, and then we dip out.
All right, calm. No problem, fam.
All right, then. With that, people, man, it's lights out. Catch you next week.
Out,
Peace. Done now.
Lights